Hi Gemini, welcome to Mystic Soul Tarot. My name is Jess and this is your reading for the month of August. So let's go ahead and get right into it. So you had a very interesting spread today. Yeah, let's just get right into it. So Magician and the Mirror came up. So these are the energy oracle cards. I sort of asked what was your energy going into the month of August. And two came up for you. So Magician in the Mirror, Caring Connections, and then for your tarot cards using the Wild Unknown Tarot, Seven of Wands, Ace of Swords, the Lovers, Card of Death. Adjust the camera just a little bit. The Sun, Six of Wands, the Five of Wands in reverse. Make some room over here. And then for your wisdom from your spirit guides oracle, the message they wanted you to know is to practice moderation. And then as far as your self-care for August goes, they recommended meditation and sex. All right, so let's get right into your reading, Gemini. So right off the bat, this was very interesting because you got the Magician and the Mirror. So this is a card of like spiritual awakening and just coming more in tune with your spirit guides, becoming more in tune with just your spirituality. Maybe you have certain healing gifts, or maybe you have certain psychic abilities that you're starting to tap into. So I see this being a card of like just something is awakening inside of you. Something is blossoming and something is kind of just something like it's like a fire has been lit inside of you and there's no way to blow it out now. And I also see that represented in the Seven of Wands. It's like just like this inner fire and just this inner resolve that you have now, where you're starting to see things more clearly. You're starting to kind of stand stronger in who you are, the things you want, and you're starting to trust your voice, your intuition, and just you're starting to really come into your own. So then the card of Caring Connections came up, paired with the card of the Lovers over here. So for a lot of you, you may be starting a new relationship, or even for some of you, you might be ending a relationship. And the reason I say that is because the Lovers came up right next to the Death card. So the Death card is not literal death. It means change, transformation, the end of one cycle so that something better and something new can start and come along. So for some of you, I feel as if there's a relationship that is coming to an end here. So something that started as this lovely, really caring connection has sort of like evolved into something that is no longer bringing you joy, is no longer making you happy. So I feel like the fact that this Death card came up, for some people it's going to represent the end of a relationship. But for some other people, and you'll know what resonates with you and what doesn't, but for some other people, this card is actually symbolizing the spiritual awakening that you're having. So it's like a transformation that you're going through. It's, kind of like I said earlier, a flame was sparked inside of you and there's no, holding it back now. And that's also symbolized in the butterfly here. So butterfly is like representative of transformation and change. So it also goes with these two cards. And you see like this butterfly is just coming out of like this darkness and this just kind of busyness here, and is really coming into his or her own, and is just blossoming. So I feel like a lot of you are also going through a spiritual awakening at the moment. And that's also can be signified here with this like flame that's just being lit inside of you. So yeah, unfortunately for some of y'all, it's going to signify the end of a relationship. And maybe you've known this for a while. Maybe you've realized that this relationship is no longer progressing like you would want it to. And just maybe both of you are in different places in your life. And just, things, we may not realize it at the time, but things happen for a reason. And this might be like a really hurtful breakup or something. But I feel like deep down, for those of you who it does signify the relationship ending, that this represents this mental clarity that you're having. So deep down you realize that, even though this relationship is coming to an end, maybe it's still a very caring companionship, and that you may, even remain friends after this. But whatever changes you're going through, be it a spiritual awakening, being starting, or ending a relationship, you know what you want now. You have this clarity. You know what makes you happy and what doesn't. And this is really going to help propel you into this next point in your life with this change and this transformation. So the Sun card came up, and it came after the card of Death, which is lovely to see, because it's like after this change and this transformation, you just have this like even further awakening and further cementing of your goals and your dreams, and just your happiness. So there is definitely happiness coming for you, even though the month of August or even the end of this month may be a little rocky right now, just because you have all these major changes going through. You have a lot of interesting cards here. There is this happiness and this fulfillment and sense of, just being completely satisfied, and it is coming. You're going to achieve this happiness, and this, you're going to be able to pull through this adversity and just come out, as wonderful and as happy as ever. And then over here you have the Five of Wands in reverse. So the fact that it's in reverse tells me that all of this like tension you were feeling before, all of this like maybe inner turmoil, maybe you weren't sure about whether or not this relationship ending or a relationship starting was the best thing for you. And now I feel like you're going to be starting to see that that's exactly what needed to happen. So if this card had been in the upright, it's just kind of like it gives this sense of like just turmoil and anxiety and not knowing what to do. But the fact that it's reversed is telling me that you have this mental clarity now. You have this epiphany. You have this, I know what I want to do. I know what I want, sort of, just knowing inside of you. And it's like these wands are just falling, and it's all of this tension and anxiety is being released, and everything is just falling into place is what I see. Everything is just progressing beautifully here. For those of you who are starting a new relationship, I see it just bringing, just happiness. I see it could be that you're going through this spiritual awakening and you're also starting this relationship at the same time. You'll like I said earlier, you'll know what resonates with you and what doesn't. But for some of you that are kind of starting this new relationship, this is going to be coming at a wonderful time when you're more sure of yourself, and like, you're just more sure of what you want and where you want to go. And this is going to help definitely make that relationship something wonderful and something very, very, very fulfilling and happy. And then for your, sorry about that. For your wisdom from your spirit guides, the card that came up was practice moderation. So maybe you're someone who's very all or nothing, very intense when it comes to relationships, when it comes to your work life. Maybe you just, put a lot of yourself into something, or you just maybe, I don't know, like to shop a lot. Maybe you just indulge in some stuff quite frequently. And this is kind of, if it applies to you or not, but this card is kind of warning you to, or suggesting to kind of take it easy, take what you need, do what you need to do, but you also want to be, smart about this situation and not rush into anything head first until you're sure of it first. So I'm sure some of you will understand what that's referring to. And then for your self-care cards, you got sex and meditate. So yeah, maybe you've been feeling a little bit kind of overwhelmed with everything going on, and maybe you have been meditating, and this is what has kind of sparked this further spiritual awakening. So just, keep doing that, keep meditating, start meditating if you haven't, and it's going to help you definitely to even reach this mental clarity even sooner than you expected. And some of you, just to mention the energies real quick, some of you might be dealing with a Scorpio, with a Leo, with another air sign, because I do see a lot of like communication here. There's a lot of fire energy, and the Lovers represents Gemini, so it could be representing you as well. I just see that even if up to very recently you weren't in a good place, I feel like by the end of August, things are definitely going to be changing in your favor. And yeah, take these cards, especially this one, as you will. And those were the self-care cards that came up for you for August. So yeah, just remember to really, really trust your intuition and to accept these changes as they come, because like I said, it's going to be for the best. And we may not always realize it in that moment, but things do happen for a reason, and the reason is going to be your blossoming, and just you're going to evolve and just feel so much more in tune with yourself, with your higher being, with your spirit guides. This fire, it's not going to be stopped, and it's not going to be tamed. And you have wonderful things in store. All right, Gemini, that has been your reading for the month of August. I hope you enjoyed and that it resonated with you. If it did, please consider giving this video a like and a share. Please also consider subscribing. I'm going to be doing at least monthly general readings, and I might do them a little bit more often if I have the chance. And I also do pick a card readings on this channel. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful day.